So this is Breedow by ThiluLP. It is 221.05 megabytes to download. It says, welcome to Breedow, a district of Brieselang in the beautiful Havelland. So it's a map based on a real place in Brandenburg in Germany, more precisely in the Havelland. It says the map includes fields and meadows from under 1 hectare up to 55 hectares. Just pick a few features out there that stand out. There's 7 productions, including a sawmill and a biogas plant, 3 sale points, a river and ponds to get water from, 41 small and large fields and meadows, several forestry areas. There is 5 construction areas for the expansion of your own yard or for the multiplayer modus. So, let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes. Right outside this huge shed. Like so. This is the map. If I zoom out. There it is. We've got quite a few varying sizes and fields. We've got some really big ones down the sort of bottom here. And then up top we've got some smaller ones. Now, this was a map that was on FS19. And I believe it had a custom crop on it, hops. So I've had a quick scout over my map tour I did for FS19. The layout looks pretty much the same to me. Some of the field shapes are exactly the same, etc. like that. Obviously it's been probably tweaked and slightly adjusted to make way for the production points, etc. like that. But this is the map. Now I'm in new farm mode. In new farm mode we start off with these 4 plots. So we've got 2 fields. Field number 7, which is here. Field 24. And we've got a strip here, which is where we start off. If I click back on that, you can see us flashing there. Most of our equipment is here. And we have a sleep trigger. I wouldn't say farmhouse. You'll see what I mean in a second. So we start off with that as an area. And then we also own this sort of yard area up here. If I click back off that, we've got a large cow barn up here. We've got our farm silo. There's another quite big shed there, which has also got a workshop in and a couple of bits more of our equipment, which obviously we will check out in a second. Now, in Farm Manager and Start from Scratch, you don't start off with any land or equipment, nothing. I'll go through all the slot counts in a second as we go sort of round a bit. But if you wanted to buy these 4 areas in those 2 modes, this yard that we start off in, is 205,000 just over. Now some of the prices on here are a little bit up there. You will see in a second. Field 7 is 217,000 just over. 24's just over 103,000. This yard up here is only 93,000. And that's quite a nice area, that. And I'll go through in a little bit more detail when we get up there about that area, so let you know what I'm on about. In terms of the other fields and areas like that, like I say, field 39 is the biggest. That is a whopping 3.4 million. Wow. I think field 19 is the smallest. That is only 37,000 just over. And then we've got like field 35, which is 1.7. 36, 61, like so. We do have a few forestry areas. There's these ones in the middle, 624, 247, a little one there, and there's also a little strip just behind our sort of main yard. That's 53,000. All this area in the middle that's like a sort of lighter green, you can't buy any of that. That's like the town. Like that, you can't buy any of the land that the production points are on. Obviously you can buy the production chains, but you can't buy any of the land. The construction areas that they say about is basically they're like meadows, which we'll see as we whiz round. there is 5 of them. So there's one there, that's 112,000. One there for 80,000. One there, 41,000. There's this one here, 42,000, and one up here by our other yard, and that is 75,000. I think I pretty much covered it. There's not a huge amount of sell points on here, and there is a few crop types that cannot be sold on here. If we go down to here, you'll see what I mean. So for instance, if we go down there, not there, where are we? It's basically a lot of the production products. So bread, cake, there's nowhere else to sell any of this. Cheese, fabric, clothes. So you're going to have to add in a few sell points if you are producing those things, like so. Nowhere to sell stones, things like that. But just something to note, there is contracts available, as you can see. And if we look at the stats menu, on the bottom right hand side there is collectibles, and there is 100 to collect. Nice. So we are going to start off here. We'll have a tour around. I think I'm going to go do this, cut down through this field. We'll check out all these, and we'll do sort of like this loop, and we'll finish up here, which is the sawmill. I will show you and tell you where we are as we go round, but I think that's pretty much all of that. We'll have a quick whiz round this yard, and then I'll talk about slot counts in a second as well. So we've got this huge shed here, like so. Some of our equipment is inside. It's one of the sheds where it doesn't matter where you stand. If you press the button, you can turn on the lights. Happy days. There is another door out here. Another door here, so that's kind of like a drive-through. Do have some stairs here, but there's not really a lot going on up here, like so. And then through this door, if you come just about here by this door here, which you can't open, this is going to be your sleep trigger. So like I say, there's no actual farmhouse, it's just this area just here. If we move away a bit further, that disappears. We can't sleep anymore. Got a garage just here with our pickup. We can go out this way. We've got a pressure washer just round the back, if you want. And then we've got another shed with some more of our equipment, and that is pretty much our yard, or our main yard, I would say. So slot counts in, no, let's talk about equipment, sorry, and then we'll go slot counts as we go. So your starting equipment in new farmer mode, we do have, and a lot of it is familiar to you guys. It's quite often the starting equipment in some of the maps we've had already. So we've got the Steyr tractor in small tractors. Oh, 2 medium tractors. We've got the Valtra Massey, a bit like Oak Belleron, how you start. We've got the Deutschfahr top line harvester. The pickup we just seen, this is the 2017 version. We've got a Valga trailer. Header for your harvester. Got the small rabe cultivator either. The Nordsten seeder. A front mower. And a loading wagon, which is pretty cool. So you can do a bit of grass work. We've got a trailer for your header. And then we've got a couple of 750 10 winkle weights. So as you can see, top right, we are at 972 slots in new farmer mode. And like I said earlier, farm manager and start from scratch. If you come on here, you do not start off with any equipment or any land. The slot count is 816 in those two modes. Now in new farmer mode, we can get that slot count down. If you were to sell off all of that equipment I've just showed you, if you just want to sell that off, you can get it down to 857 slots. But you can get it down even lower by selling off these 2 sheds and selling off, I'll quickly whiz over there, all of this area, the cow barn, we've got a bunker silo there, another shed, your silo. If you sell all of that off, you can get the slot count down to 804, which is cool, happy days. But there does come a warning with that, and the main warning involves this shed. So if you sell this shed off, all of the other things are absolutely fine. If you sell this shed off, you are left with a lot of decoration. So things like that, all these barrels, all of those pallets that are up the stairs there, all of that gets left behind. This little panel just appears like a door. I've done a little clip. If I remember, I will put it in right now so you can see it. So that is what you're left with if you sell that shed. All the others are pretty cool and opens up the area. Right, let's jump in our pickup. That is very loud. So there's more of our equipment up the back there. Oh, I will quickly show you. I'll run up there. There is up the back quite a nice sort of flat open area. If you wanted to place down anything else, a shed, maybe some animal pens, you fit them in. Look what's over there. Collectible. They are worth 1,000 each because there is 100 of them. Obviously in Farm Manager and Start From Scratch you could probably get that slot count down a little bit lower as well if you bought this area and sold these 2 sheds off. Let's head on up to the other area that we own, because I want to talk a little bit about that. There is traffic on this map, and it does appear in places you probably wouldn't expect it to be, so just be warned about that as well. Let's turn the little map on. So this is like classed as a construction area, one of them, but it's just like an overgrown meadow really. So you could buy that, do what you want with it. So pull into this area which we own. Turn the pick up even off. So this is our cow barn, large one. It's a standard base game, a large one, so it holds 80 cows. We've got the usual thing, get your slurry from there. The cows are going to appear out there. Then obviously we can do the same thing, open the doors, all your feed troughs and stuff are through here, in your straw. Most of you will be familiar with all this. There's your dialogue box. Like I said, 80 cows for there. This is where you're going to get your milk from. So yeah, this actually opens up into this area, so it could be quite handy to own that, I would have thought. We've got a nice bunker silo here, quite huge. And then this is the other shed that is on our land. This is a huge shed as well. It's all base game equipment. Again, stand anywhere you like, turn the lights on. Do have a workshop over here, so if we come up to there we can do all our customization repair. All of the small doors do open as well, and there you go, there's our tractor and our sort of grass equipment. And if we go out this door, there is our silo, just your standard crops, but that has got a 2 million litre capacity. So you tip in there and you pipe out just there. So this is all ours in new farmer mode. Now on farm manager and start from scratch, I'll go up into build mode. None of these buildings are here. So the cow barn is not there, this shed isn't here, and the silo isn't here. This fence is here, you can't get rid of that. And obviously all these cars are going to be here because they are part of the decoration, and your bunker silo is not here as well. So if you can imagine this as an open area, that is a very nice area to start your farm, I would imagine, and fairly cheap, only 93,000. And if you were to buy this bit of land here, you could make a nice little field out of that just to get yourself going. So I think that's quite a nice area to start with in farm manager or start from scratch, or if you wanted to start there in any of the other modes. Right, let's head on out. I'll stop here a minute. Just in front of us, this little dome here, this is a point where you can buy digestate from, so that's pretty cool. And if we go in this way, we've got a way station. This is heading into the BGA now. So your tip in point there, your sell point's just there. You can obviously buy this, and you will need to buy it if you want to use it as a production chain. This is going to cost you just over $1 million to buy. I won't stop and show you how much all the production chains are, because they're all base game buildings, so most of you will be familiar with it. But your slurry is going to go in there. Your digestate pick out point is just there. We've got two nice sized bunker silos here. We do have a nice bit of shed space just there. So you've got an entrance where we just came in, and you can also go out this way if you want. As you can see, there's fields all over there. That's a tunnel up the far end there. That's basically the edge of the map. So as you can see, there is traffic coming down all these roads, so some of them could be a little bit tight. If we head out here, I am going to... I thought there was a track on FS19 that cut through here. So I'm just going to pretend there is, but we're not going in anyone's field, so we're going to cut down through here. And again, there's another one of those tunnels there just to signal the edge of the map. Straight across in through the trees. This is going to be dairy production chain. Again, I'm not going to jump out, I'm just going to whiz round. So you obviously can buy that. We've got loads of little houses scattered around us. Your pallets will spawn here if you use it as a production chain, and your sell point or your tip-in point is just there. So that is dairy. We'll go a little bit further on round and then I'll stop. Whoa, that's just killed that deer probably. Right, I'm going to go in cab now, because you can see... oh, actually that's not too bad, is it? So you get traffic coming along here as well. Oh, there you go, right on time. So if you've got some bigger equipment, tractors, etc., you could get a little bit stuck. Right, let's go round this way. I'm pretty sure as well this bit here, around here, was a riding point, I think, for horses. Could be wrong. I didn't watch all of my map tour because I don't like the sound of my own voice, but but I did just look at me showing the map so I could get familiar with the map and see if it was sort of identical. Now this is a cool area. I'll probably do this on foot because it's just all through here. If we go on the map, I'll show you where we've been. So we started off here, at our sort of main yard. We came out, we went up, we went into here where all the cow barn is, BGA. I cut through this field here, I think. Yep, down into the dairy. We came out, through underneath all the trees, around, and we went in this way. We are here. Now, this only shows one sale point on the map. This is Bredow. I hope I said that right. So it's only showing one sale point, but it will take quite a few things. So if we scoot down, if you look on the right, let's go back up to the top. So it will take a few things like wheat, barley, oats. It won't take canola, sorghum, anything like that. So it's not every crop type. And then you can sell things like sugar beet cut. It also will take silage, grass, hay and straw. I'm pretty sure it was something else. I can't remember. But anyway, slurry and digestate. So there's another one there. Look, I would imagine this is going to be your slurry and digestate sell point. Possibly manure as well, so the pit gives it away a bit. But even though it's showing one sale point on the map, it's actually got sort of 3 separate ones. So there's that one we just showed you. This is going to be your bale sale point, or your loose hay, straw, grass. I would imagine silage as well. Another one. And then you've got this grate here, which I'm imagining is going to be things for your, you know, crops, etc. like that. So pretty cool. I'll tell you what, I'll stay on foot, because just in here, this is the grain mill production point. So all your pallets will appear there. Your sell point or tip-in point is just there, and that's where you can buy the grain mill. So pretty straightforward, all of that. Let's jump back into the pickup. And we'll head on out. So as you can see, all the town area has been nicely done. It's got life going on, people walking about. Some of the roofs on these houses are very, very colourful. It's a nice detail. Even traffic going along through these bits, look. What I like as well is the traffic sort of slows down depending on where they are. So in this little bit here, because I guess it's residential, they're going quite slow, but when you get out to the main road, they speed up. So this is the bakery, pallets there, tip-in, sale point just there, and round the front you can sell that. Also, I want to show you before I forget, I love the texture of some of these little roads. Look at that detail. That is awesome. Very, very nice. Right. So that was a bakery. We need to head across now. Oh, I want to show you this. This is very, very random. If we stop here, I noticed this glow as I was driving through earlier, getting my bearings. I thought, what is that? This is your wardrobe. In the middle of a park, people walking about, this is where you're going to change your clothes. In the middle of a little park. That is going to get you arrested. Or either that chucked into a loony bin or something. So, moving on from there, let's cut in front of this chap. If I head on down this way, this is where our shop is. You can just about see it in the background. So there again is one of these construction areas. I'm just going to call them meadows because I think they are more meadows. Another one to the left, one there. Huge area here for the shop, which is a shame because you can't buy this area. your reset point is gonna be here in this big area. Just round the back we've got another workshop trigger just in here, and then your shop is just there. Pretty straightforward. Next around here on the list is the animal dealer. So you just pull up in there and buy your animals. If I go up to it now, because we do have the large cow barn, it comes up with that. And then just in front of us is the cereal factory. So again, another production point. You tip in sale point there. Pallets, that's where you can buy the production chain, like so. We'll head on up to the next few bits, and then I'll show you the map again where we've been. And we've got one of these lovely roads going along again. The car's going to come down there. Right, just there in front of us we have a gas station, fuel station. This is supposed to be no entry, but I'm going through. And then just here, this is just a sell point. So let's show you why we are there, what we've done. So we ended up down here, didn't we? And we looked at these. We came out. I went up here and I cut through this track. That was the bakery. I came out of there, straight across pretty much. The wardrobe, I think, was there roughly. Across here into the shop. Like I say, we can't buy that area, which is a shame because that is a nice size flat area. Up through there, animal dealer, cereal factory, and then I went up this way. I left there, I left again, in here. There's the gas station, and this one here is energy Flansen export. So again, this will only take a few different crops. I won't go through everything. Then we'll come down, we'll go to a gas house, which is going to be like your main sale point. That takes pretty much all your standard crops, plus a couple of other things like eggs. And you'll see what I mean at the minute, because a lot of the sale points on FS22 have separate areas for like pallets and your grains, and this one's the same. So there's two separate areas there. That is going to be sort of like your main sale point. There's one of the pond areas that they talk about where you can get well, I'm assuming free water. So we need to go up here, see if I can overtake this chap. All the houses look absolutely cool. Really got life in this map. Crisp detail on the houses and the roads. Right, next up here is the spinnery. So your pallets will appear there if you're using it as a production chain. You tip in sale point, and this is where you can buy the spinnery. And then all we've got left to do is travel all the way up to the sawmill and take in the sights as we go. So along the main road we go underneath a railway. I think it's just for decoration. I haven't seen a train appear. Obviously huge forestry area just here to our right, which you can drive all through. It's pretty cool. Another track there, and not too far from the sawmill. You can see we've got some huge fields up here as well. A nice bridge going over the water. Nice detail on that. And that way. And then just in here is our sawmill. I will stop here and jump out. We've got a wood chip point there. Obviously, again, if you're using this as a production chain, your pallets will appear there. You can pull up into here and sell your wood just here. It's a bit noisy. You can buy it as a production chain, and then you got all this as well going on like so. That is pretty much it. That is Bredow or Bredow by ThiluLP. Hope you have all enjoyed the map tour. If you have, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.